Quite a bit, quite a bit. I think it's natural. Anybody, any competitor, anybody with, any kind of competitive spirit, that you're going to remember those kind of things, and you're going to store them in the right compartment where we can, they can harp on it, but it can be brought up a lot of times, and obviously I've said it 100 times, but hats off to Kings, and the team that played the best won that night. But it's definitely had some motivational purposes here in this offseason, even early season. Well, we just got to focus on 1-0, and that's one play at a time, one series at a time, one quarter at a time, one game at a time. And I feel like if we do those kind of things, like you said, the talent, talent's not enough. Talent's not always enough. I think we kind of proved, a little bit of that last year. On paper, we had Michigan and Ohio State and this and that, and a team that didn't have that beat us that night. You know what I mean? So, those things are always in sport, and it's always going to be an important piece of remembering those things and trying to be week to week and getting better and better. And I think our kids know they're always going to get people's best. We're always going to get that team's best, and they're going to play up to knock us off and things like that. And that's the kind of mentality and the things we got to remember. People are always going to come after us, so we're not going to just show up and beat anybody. We don't want that mentality. We know that mentality turns equipment in early, too early at times. So we're just trying to defeat those kind of things. And for the most part, our senior leaders and captains and upperclassmen, a ton of experience. Not necessarily a ton of starters returning, but a ton of experience. And experienced football teams, know those kind of things and have to practice it. Well, I've said it a lot, and people know. I mean, I knew it before I even got here. It's really important here. So they're going to get a school. They're going to play against a school that it means a lot to. You know what I mean? Whether the game of football and Winton Woods football and things like that. So I think we've always got that, riding with us. But I think we're going to play great defense. We've played unbelievable defense here in the last 3 years and the better part of the last 30. But offensively, we're going to try to be as balanced as possible. We're going to take what they give us. We got a big-time Power 5 receiver. We got some other playmakers. We run the ball pretty well. We got an experienced quarterback that's already broke several records at the school, so should be a lot of balance. The equation here, I believe, is playing great defense, playing great special teams, and an offense that values the football, takes care of football, and scores.
Obviously, they're big and physical. I know they like to pound the rock and run the ball a whole lot. So we just got to first stop the run and force them to pass the ball. And I feel like we'll be pretty good. Coach Gray has put in a nice scheme to stop the run. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the challenge at home. It's our second home game. Last week we played Walnut Hills and beat them. But I feel like this will be more of a challenge on the defensive side.
They're a physical group. They're probably going to be one of, if not the hardest hitting teams we see on our schedule this year. We know every time they come downhill, their DBs, linebackers, everyone, they bring it. So we're just preparing for that mentally, physically, knowing that they're gonna bring a shot every time they hit us. They play good defense. They play well as a team. So we're preparing like we do every week, treating it like it's our Super Bowl.
Oh man, like everybody on the team already knew what it was. Like in the offseason, we already knew what the goal was. We weren't taking nobody lightly, which has kind of been like the goal and the motive this year, was to not take anyone lightly, not play down to anyone, and just play our game throughout the season, and obviously get to that last goal of winning state for sure.
We had pretty big expectations. We planned on getting to week 16 last year, and when that doesn't happen, it leaves a bitter taste. So we've been in the weight room pretty much since the loss, and we've been out here in the snow, we've been out here in the rain, and we've been out here in the blazing heat, and we're just ready to make a statement this year, ready to bounce back, and the goal is 16 weeks.
Honestly, especially when school's in, I'm over there once a week easily. You know what I mean? And I couldn't feel any worse for Stan than I do. But he'll be back. They'll be back. It's a little adversity, but he's a great human being. He's got a great community supporting him. So can't thank enough. All he does for us.
Oh man, Skyline chili is Cincinnati as well. Everywhere I go, I'll tell somebody I'm from Cincinnati, and they'll be like, "Oh man, you like Skyline? You like the chili?" So for sure, I've grown up loving it. Me and my mom have ate it a whole lot growing up. So it's super electric. Look, the stadium is huge, and it really gets rocking on Friday nights for sure. Coming out here, everybody considers us a pretty good team in Cincinnati, so they like coming out to these games. So I bet it'd be pretty packed, and knowing Skyline is sponsoring it, it's gonna be way better.
Oh, it's so fun. We come out here at warm-ups, and the places, people are starting to roll in a little bit, and we come back out about showtime, and the place is rocking. The Freddy's always rocking, as we like to say, and we love playing home games every Friday night. And Skyline coming to this game and choosing us in our West Claremont game, our opponent coming in, it means a lot. Skyline's a big deal around Cincinnati, so we're just proud to play the game.